What's up guys, Justin here for S&S Archery. In today's gear video, we're going to be looking at another HHA sight that we offer here at S&S Archery. Today's gear video, we're taking a look at the Tetra Max. Alright guys, so I just did a video on the Tetra, kind of an overview of that sight. But in today's gear video, we're looking at the Tetra Max. So very similar, except the Max has some added features that is definitely going to benefit you. This is a fully machined aluminum bow sight, so it's very strong. Coming in at 11.6 ounces. You know, for me, it's very similar to the Spot Hogs as far as the toughness. Definitely going to last on those hard hunts. This is a fully adjustable sliding sight, basically meaning you're going to have one set pin here on this model. This is a single pin. I'm going to be able to set this up for my 20-yard shot, and then yet I'm going to be able to dial out to a whole bunch of yardages. So this is very similar to all those sliding adjustable sights like Spot Hog and Black Gold that we offer. Within that, you are going to get 52 sight tapes that are going to be provided. What's really cool about HHA is they also give you 3 test strips and 3 blank strips. So when you're actually sighting this in, making marks and adjustments, you're not burning up any of the sight tapes that you might possibly need. So that is cool. These are all waterproof, by the way, so you know we're always at some point going to be exposed to water and rain when we're hunting, so you're not going to have to worry about those sight tapes coming off. What's really unique about the HHAs is they have over 2 inches of overall elevation adjustment. So if you're a guy that really likes to stretch it out on a 3D range, shoot those 100-yard bombs, you can definitely do that with this. You have a ton of adjustment. The one thing I noticed right away with all the HHA sights is how buttery smooth the drive system is. A lot of that has to do with how it's built. This is all machined aluminum, so unlike some sights that use a polymer or a plastic, this is very rigid. It's going to be strong for you. You can also see up front here, I have a brass gearing system. So like I said, just makes it buttery smooth when you move that thing up and down. What's really nice about the sight adjustment, this lock here, is I can control the tension. So say I'm shooting 3Ds, I want to basically move this out, dial. I don't want to have to keep moving this lock, tightening it, unloosening it back and forth to each target. I can just increase the tightness, walk to my next target, my sight's not going to move up and down, and I'm going to be able to just dial and shoot. Up front we have a standard base. You got a little bit of adjustment moving this in and out to adjust that scope housing relative to your peep. You have a spot back here for a quiver attachment, so if you like running our tight spot quivers, they will attach here in the back. What's different about this sight compared to, say, the Tetra is they've integrated a dampener on the actual base. You know, I don't know if it's going to be a huge game changer for you, but anytime I can add a dampener system, cut down on vibration, I'll take it. Another thing that the Max is going to have is it's going to have a magnifier for that pointer needle. So you can see there. So it's going to make those numbers larger and easier to read. If you don't like it, they still offer the basic regular needle that you're going to find on the Tetra. So you can throw that on, just a simple Allen. It's going to take off the magnifier. You can swap that out pretty easy. For me, it wasn't a huge benefit to have that magnifier, but definitely some guys are going to struggle with seeing that, so that is a cool feature to have. Another thing that you're getting with the Tetra Max is removable sight wheels. So if you're a guy that shoots a different hunting arrow compared to a different 3D arrow, you can basically have this one set up with your 3Ds, have your hunting set up, swap these, so you're not constantly changing the sight tapes on your sight. Anytime you pull those off, they're going to lose that stickiness. So that is a cool feature to have. It's just a simple Allen. You're going to be able to slide this on, make those adjustments. Definitely makes it nice to where you can run multiple arrow setups. As far as the windage up front, this is a toolless adjustment. So you have a lock system that unloosens, and now I can move this over in big increments through notches, or I can use the micro clicks. So you can really fine tune this if you're really close on target, but you just need to move it over, say, an inch. Definitely easy to do. As far as the housing, you're going to see here, this is the single pin. This sight is also available in a 4-pin. What I really like about the HHAs is the bubble that's integrated into the ring system is very big. So when I'm pulled back, I can easily level my bow before the shot. As far as your pins, very strong, a metal pin. Fiber optic is definitely protected. The pins are going to come either in 19 thousandths or 10 thousandths. Your colors for all the stock models are going to be green. This sight is also offered in a 4-pin, and those pin colors are going to be green, red, green, red. Another feature that the HHA sights are going to have is an adjustable housing to allow more light in or out on your fiber optic. So a simple twist is going to allow a lot more light on that pin. So if you're in a dark situation, this is nice. Twist that back, you can manually control how much light that you have going to that pin. So if you're in a dark situation or light, you can adjust that. As of recently, HHA came out with this new infinite adjust plate. So this is an offset bracket. Typically this bar that holds our windage adjustment would be mounted directly to the rail system. However, this new plate gives us the ability to run a lot more left or right adjustment. We have a lot of new bows come out to where our sights are basically in line with the riser, whether that's for the V3X or say a Picatinny rail like the Hoyts have. So instead of maxing all of our adjustment on the actual windage bar, we're able to do it with the infinite adjust plate. This bow sight is going to have second and third axis adjustment. So your second axis is going to be up here on the block itself that holds the windage bar. I've got it loose now so you can see it pivots here basically. So this is how you're going to level it to your bow. So your scope housing and your pin are level to your bow. As far as your third axis adjustment, it's going to be made here on the base. You have a locking screw, a big Allen to unloosen, and then you have a micro adjustment here. So we all know the importance of shooting angles. Having all these set up prior to really sighting in, making sure you're 100% dialed, it's just nice to have. When you purchase the Tetra Max, you're going to have to assemble the housing onto the body of the sight. It does not come together. This is a very simple process, however. Basically up here on your housing, you have this little bar. You're going to make sure these Allens here are nice and loose, but yet the screws are still on. Once you see that small gap, this is ready to install. So basically you're just going to slide this into the groove channel and then move it up and down, set it accordingly to where you want. Tighten it up and you are good to go. Probably the last thing I'll mention about the HHA Tetra Max is the warranty. Hands down, one of the best warranties we see. They always stand behind their product. If you have anything malfunction with this sight, any discrepancies, anything go wrong, definitely reach out to HHA. They're going to have you covered 100%. As far as my opinion, after I got my hand on this HHA Tetra Max, this probably is the best single pin sight I've ever seen, especially if you're going to be running, this shorter base. You don't care for the dovetail. Coming in at 11.6 ounces, it's just a remarkable sight. Like I said, if you guys are interested in using a single pin, definitely check out the HHA, especially the Tetra Max. If you guys have any questions about this sight or anything else in the store that we carry, please feel free to give us a call, shoot us an email. We'd be glad to help. If you guys have found this video to be useful in any way, please hit subscribe to follow us along on more gear, hunting, and review videos. Thanks, guys.